If your old Ford tractor has just a little bit of play in the steering, it might mean that it's time for a tie rod replacement. This is a Jubilee model which has a tie rod here near the steering box and a second one up here at the axle. My dad, Dan, and I are going to show you how simple it is to replace these tie rods and how it will really enhance the steering on your tractor. Now, we do have a companion video to this that covers the steering box and rebuilding that, which you may find on our channel to be helpful to you as well if you have a more serious steering problem than just the tie rods. Sometimes you can look at the tie rods and see that they're loose, and that would be a sure sign that you need to replace your tie rods. Now, we are working on the Jubilee NAA model today, but this principle of the tie rod replacement really applies to so many antique Ford tractors, whether that be the 8N, the Jubilee NAA, 600, 800, even the 3-cylinder 2000, 3000, and 4000 series tractors have similar tie rods to them. This is only the utility versions, not the row crop versions of those models. So if you have a tractor like that, follow along and we will show you how to replace the tie rods on your tractor. Okay, there's a nut on the bottom here, which you need to remove. There might be a pin through it. It's like a castle nut. So remove the pin first, and then you'll be able to slide that off. Now we're ready to make this tie rod free. So my dad's going to use this big pry bar, and at the same time, I am going to hit the arm right here, not the tie rod itself, this part. And as I hit it with the force, he's going to pry it, and it'll pop right off. Here we go. Just like that. So notice we're wearing safety glasses and he's standing back ready for it to pop up. That didn't pop so bad, but I had him pop up a little bit higher, so just be ready for it.
The next step is to remove the clamp that holds it on tight there, so it doesn't have to come all the way off. You just got to get it loose so that we can thread the tie rod out. Now the tie rod is on there with, go ahead, Rick.
This had a little rubber grommet on the bottom that we took off.
Yep, we took that off. Most of them are wrecked anyhow. You can put a big crescent wrench on the end and twist this. Once you get it loose, we're very fortunate. This one came loose. I've had sometimes where I've had to heat this tube up. Really crazy. Yeah. This one seems to be coming out pretty good. And remember, these are way in there, and we're going to talk about the toe once we get this back in, but this one's threaded in a long ways. Sorry you can't see that very well, but it is coming out really easily. So I'm just going to keep it coming until we get it all the way threaded out.
Your turn?
Yep, you take a turn.
There we go.
All right.
Okay. Old tie rod off. Putting a little bit of white grease on the inside threads, and then we'll also do these outside threads to help it thread in there easily. There we go. And then this is pretty straightforward. We're just going to thread it pretty far in. We might want to try to match a little bit of the old tie rod, but we'll show you how to set the toe. So just get it started and thread that most of the way in there.
Man, I can't believe how well this threads in. We usually don't get this lucky that you have to almost push them in with a wrench to get them to go that far. But anyhow, we were probably about that far in.
Yeah, that looks good to start there.
It's going to make it a lot easier to adjust the toe with this being that easily to move.
For the back tie rod, you also have a castle nut, and we're going to remove it with the pry bar in the same manner. We offer a variety of tie rods on our website, farmtractorrepair.com. You can go on our site, find the tie rod that's suitable for your model, and order it. We appreciate a purchase on our site, as that does help to fund future tractor tutorials. In order to set the toe, you're going to take a tape measure and take a measurement from the outside rib of that tire to this tire. So mine measures 54 inches. Don't get hung up on that measurement. You could have a different measurement, and that's okay. Tire size, how you have the axle set up, the model of tractor is gonna make that vary, so don't get hung up on the measurement. Just know what your number is, and then go to the back and take that same exact measurement from outside rib to outside rib. I have 54 3/8, so this is good. The toe is set how it should be. The spec that you want to have is between 1/8 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. So the measurement in the front will be smaller than the measurement that you get in the back. If I was gonna emphasize the toe, it'd be like this. It's not this much of a toe, obviously. It's only 1/8 of an inch, so you can't see that very much. But make sure that your measurement in front is narrower or smaller than the measurement that you get in the back. Then you have your toe properly set if it's between that 1/8 to 1/2 of an inch. Now let's say you measure that and your toe isn't set correctly. That's no problem. Just pop off one of the tie rods and either screw it in or out depending on which direction you need your toe to be set. And then once you do have the toe set how you want it, you can go ahead and put your castle nut on the bottom. Some of these will have a grease zerk, some of them will have a cotter pin. So whatever your tie rod has, wrap it up as it's supposed to be, and then your tie rods will be all set. Now, the reason why you want to set your toe is it helps prevent the tires from wearing out prematurely, and it also makes it easier to steer. So don't skip this step, it's not that hard. You can go ahead and set your toe.
We're over here on an 8N Ford, and if you look, the rear tie rod here is much longer. It has a big long piece in it. The Jubilee one that Rachel and I did in the video was short. So make sure when you order that you look at these parts and make sure you order the right part.
With your tractor jacked up, if your wheel still seems a little bit loose, it could be the wheel bearings. Now, there is an adjustment that you can make to those, and that is outlined in a shop manual. Or it could mean that you just need to replace your wheel bearings if they're all worn out. So look for a different tutorial on that. We have many other tutorials on our channel as well. We show you how to rebuild the engine, do a 12-volt conversion, fix the hydraulic system, change the oil, so much on this tractor. So if you have other areas of your tractor that you need to work on, please look through our channel for those videos. I know that they'll be a resource to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.